So are Woodland Park homeowners the smartest in Georgetown? Well, from a general knowledge perspective, I don't really know. But from the perspective of where to live, they just might be. Let's take a look at some information that is strong evidence that Woodland Park homeowners are extremely smart. Maybe the smartest in Georgetown. I think you're going to like what you see. I'm going to give you a quick hint about this information. It's divided into two parts. I'm going to give you the basic, straightforward information you always get here right now. So in Woodland Park, how did home sales perform in 22? Well, they were down. Not badly, 22.73%. It looks like a big stat, but Woodland Park home sales stay fairly consistent within a few homes as far as the number of sales each and every year. Down slightly from last year, but no big deal. The average days on market from 21 compared to 22 increased to 25 days for the year 22. Now, as I said before, I'm going to show you two different pieces of information. This is for the year 22 and how it compared to the year 21. Now remember, 21 was hot all year. 22 was hot for about half the year. The list to sell ratio. This is the asking price compared to the contract and close price. That was down about 2%. Now in Woodland Park, the average price is now over $1 million. So 2.5% of that is a pretty good chunk of money. That's just in the negotiating portion. But remember, that's 22 compared to 21 as an entire year. The average price up 29.5%. Yeah, you heard me. Up 29.5%. Hope that answered your questions about, hey, are we losing money? Your price is dropping. What's going on? Really good stat for Woodland Park. The average price well over $1 million at this point. Now let's get into the tale of the two real estate markets. Two real estate markets, really three in 22. We have the super hot frenzied market. We had the shifting market, and then it sort of normalized. I'm going to break it down into two pretty distinct time frames though. Before July the 1st and after July the 1st. And it's pretty straightforward in Woodland Park. Before July the 1st, the average time it took a home to sell was 4 days. Now remember, the overall average for the year was 25. But I want you to look at this. 4 days before July the 1st, 49 days after July the 1st. So we're getting back to a normal market. This is still a really good stat. Before the frenzied market hit, average time on market was 100 days or more for the 1 Acre Plus market. So this is really good. But I want you to look at the distinction before July 1st, after July 1st. Look at before July 1st, the list to sale. So sellers got 7.5% above asking before July the 1st. They got 97.28% asking after July the 1st. That's 10%. And if your average price is around $1 million, that's a huge chunk of money. 10% is about $100,000 just in negotiating. Now here's a stat you don't see very often. Before July the 1st, price changes for homes on the market. None. There were no price changes. After July the 1st, we saw an average price change before a home went on the market of 13%. Now again, I want you to think about that average price of $1 million. That's $130,000 that the average price went down before a home went under contract. Now you keep hearing that prices are dropping. Well, that's what's dropping, asking prices, because I want you to look at something. Before and after July the 1st, the average price and average price per square foot. Now keep in mind, I don't use average price per square foot. I don't use price per square foot to value a home. And in the 1 Acre Plus market, nobody should. But I want you to take a look at this. $1,070,000 and $1,032,000. That's virtually no change. Before July the 1st and after July the 1st. The average price per foot, $310 versus $316. Negligible difference. The percentages don't mean much. So basically what we're seeing is an unchanged market in the first and second halves. But wait a minute, what about all those stats we saw? Well, here's what changed. Asking prices dropped dramatically. After July the 1st, we saw prices drop by 255,000, 300, 200, 400. Yes, one house in Woodland Park dropped their price $400,000 and then sold. So what happened? Well, those prices were too high, even for a hot market, but especially in a shifting market. So they moved their price down, and when it sold, guess where it sold? About where homes were selling the first half of 22. I hope this is making sense. The price drops we're seeing in the 1 acre plus market are asking prices. If a home is priced reasonably, we're not seeing big drops in sold prices, so your equity is safe. Now, I will admit that in the subdivision market, we are seeing some areas that are seeing some price drops in closed homes, but that's not happening in Woodland Park, at least not yet. And quite sincerely, I don't expect it to. So in Woodland Park, we saw 8 homes sell over $1 million. 6 of those were over 1.2. So the average price being well over $1 million is easily understood with that many sales over $1 million in Woodland Park in 2022. So if you live in Woodland Park, stats look really good. Your equity has been maintained. That frenzied run up of prices stuck. Your home is worth considerably more than it was, nearly 30% more than it was even a year ago. So Woodland Park is a great place to be, great place to buy, great place to sell. Take a look at cwoodlandparkhomes.com for a little bit more information if you like, or if you want stats on the overall market, just take a look right here. This shows you the statistics on the overall 1 acre plus market. Hope to see you there.